Coming at you, straight at you.
Straight. Like a hooker.
Like a hooker. Quit fucking the table. So, week 7 in the books. We'll recap those games. And then we'll give our week 8 predictions. And there is some news to go over.
Yep.
Some injuries. Some new signings.
NFL trades. Deadline's coming up.
Cowboys had one. I think you guys had one.
Together.
Yeah,
together.
Forever.
We had it together. But anyway, I guess we'll go through the week 7 games. Teams on the bye that week were Vikings, Dolphins, Colts, and Ravens.
So it was boring for us.
Yeah, it was. But sometimes it's nice to watch other games.
Mm-hmm.
See everything else.
So I don't have to throw things at the TV.
Right. So I guess we'll jump into it. The 1-5 Giants at the 1-4-1 Eagles. The Eagles won this one in a pretty close game, 22-21.
Now, what did we learn from this game? Daniel Jones cannot run.
Yeah, the 80-yard scramble and he falls.
I think he looked behind it. Oh God, somebody's gonna tackle.
Like all the WWE memes started coming.
Yeah, with the people dropping him.
He's getting stunned.
The Eagles are now 2-4-1. Giants dropped to 1-6.
Leading the division, by the way.
Yeah, the Eagles are now leading the division at 2-4-1.
And then I think the
East is terrible.
I think they came out and said 21 NFL teams right now have a better record than the Eagles.
Whoever wins that division is going to make the playoffs.
I was looking at it yesterday. So 21 teams overall have a better record than them. 10 playoff teams have a better record than them, and they're going to be...
Kick one of them out.
Yeah. There's 10 teams in the NFC that are better than them on just the NFC side, and they're going to be a 4 seed, or whoever wins the...
You better watch
It's going to be stupid, dude.
Maybe they can trade, different teams from different divisions.
Right. Eagles got the win, though. Not much else to say about them, man. The East is terrible, and we'll kind of get into that in the week 8 because Cowboys play them.
Wasn't a very exciting Thursday night game.
No.
If you just wanted to watch a game. But
I had the Eagles defense. So I was sitting there just clinching it in.
Yeah.
Holding on.
Right, holding on.
So we'll move to the Sunday game.
Yep, on to the Sunday earlies. Really big game. The 5-0 Steelers at the 5-0 Titans. The Steelers pulled this out 27-24. I thought the Titans was going to come back and win it there, but they didn't.
Steelers took off right away, and the Titans had to make a comeback there towards the end. But Steelers are the only undefeated team.
Yep.
Steelers are sitting at 6-0, undefeated. I think we all kind of took the Titans. We were thinking to roll the Titans, but man, the Steelers are just legit this year. With Big Ben back.
It kind of surprises me because James Conner's the running back. You don't really have a big name at running back. The receivers are kind of
so.
Right, they don't have Brown anymore. They're good.
Gotta talk about that.
Yeah, there's news with that. But yeah, Steelers are 6-0, only undefeated team. I expected them to be good, but not 6-0.
Leading the league.
But leading the league. So on the Titans side of things, 5-1, you're still sitting pretty strong at 5-1. And you just basically took the only undefeated team to within 3 points.
Well, I think you kind of saw the Titans game. The game plan stopped Derrick Henry. Now their passing attack's coming back with Tannehill and A.J. Brown. So
I mean, nothing really bad to say about either team. And like I said, even though the Titans lost, they lost to a really good team.
Both will be in the playoffs.
Yep, these are 2 playoff teams, so this could very well be a precursor to maybe another showdown between these two even.
It's going to be a showdown.
On to the next one.
Do you really want to talk about this one?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Your team might as well have been on a bye week with us.
Yeah, at the football team.
Yeah.
2-4 Cowboys at the 1-5 football team. The football team just dominated us. We lost 25. We lost 25-3. Drops us to 2-5. The football team is now 2-5, and they're right there in the running to win the division.
I told everybody I had a feeling.
Yep, you did.
I got a feeling.
I will say there was one player that was good on the Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein made a field goal.
Woo! Yep.
So
hey, is it good?
Props to that.
Now, just digging in a little bit here. I don't want to go too crazy with it.
Go crazy. We want crazy.
Yeah, we want crazy, huh? I don't understand the Cowboys.
No.
I don't. We've got talent on both sides of the ball. You know, which Dalton got injured. It was a nasty hit. The guy that hit him did get ejected from the game. Bostic. Yeah. But regardless, I don't think it really would have mattered too much. We lost 25-3.
Do you make anything out of? They were talking about this the other day when Dalton got hit. It's like none of the Cowboys cared.
Yeah,
most if that happens to your quarterback, most people would go over and say something, or it seemed like nobody cared.
Like you don't want people throwing punches or whatever, but you want them shoving and grabbing and throwing their hands up. What's going on, man?
It's just like nobody cared.
Like no one came to his defense after he got slammed.
Weird.
But now when that got hurt, everybody was over there.
Right.
Which is weird.
I think they said one player from the Cowboys walked over there. Nobody else did.
But I mean, back to the bullet point here is we've got talent on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
You know, even Dak or Andy Dalton. Dalton was pretty decent as a Bengal. So we pick him up as a backup, and that's why, because we were thinking, okay, you know, we're loaded at receiver. You know, Cooper and Lamb and Gallup, and then you flip over to the defensive side of the ball. You got Jalen Smith, Vander Esch. We are weak at safety. I knew that coming in. We're weak at defensive back and safety. But we've got a hell of a front seven. So why are we just getting gashed like this?
I think it's your coaching staff.
It's got to be the coach.
Your defensive coordinator getting
maybe we say, you know, these names, you know, Jalen Smith, you know, we're giving them big names. Maybe they're not as talented as we think they are, or you know what I mean.
But they were last year,
right? So I don't get it. Just because the fact, you know, Zeke. You can name. They have fucking big names on that team.
I think if you start with Zeke, your offensive line's not what it used to be.
Right. The offensive line is battered this year, so you do have that issue going on.
And I think with Dak, it was geared towards more of it was a passing offense.
Right. And Dak had more mobility than Dalton, and he could get out and extend.
But I mean, maybe Dalton just needs a few weeks. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Right. We're throwing him under the bus, and it's only a second game.
Because, like you said, he wasn't bad in Cincinnati, and he didn't have a whole lot there either.
You know, other than AJ Green.
Well, yeah.
But if you think about it, there was a shortened season. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's still a new system.
So that's kind of what I think it's a mix of everything: new system, new coach.
I think you picked the wrong coach.
Right.
I really do.
I think the offense has been kind of suffice because you still have Kellen Moore there, the original coordinator. Mm-hmm. But now you're starting to see he didn't know what to call with Dalton.
Right.
Well, McCarthy, I think, is putting in his stuff too. So,
on the defensive side, I don't think the scheme it doesn't work with what you've got.
Yeah, whatever's going on, it is not working on the defensive side.
They're kind of saying I think your defensive tackle was it Dante Poe is on the trade block.
And we actually did trade Griffin today, just an hour ago.
Here's a question, because it saved, what, $6 million?
Yep. So it saved $6 million in the cap.
Do you think that means that you guys are going to go get another quarterback with that money saved?
I don't know. I've heard, because we follow some NFL stuff on Facebook, I've heard Kaepernick's name thrown out there. A lot of people don't like that because of his stance on kneeling. But, I mean, if you don't want to go after Kaepernick, I could say, you know, look at Dwayne Haskins' football team.
Now,
I like Haskins for some reason. I don't know why. I do.
Well, there is gonna be some quarterbacks that teams will probably trade here.
And Haskins got benched there, so why not go after him? See what he can do with our unit.
See, you know what I mean? I think your problem is you're kind of at the point where Dak might be coming back. Mm-hmm. You know, well, he will be
next year, right?
Dalton's got a concussion.
Right. Obviously, you ride with Dalton. Mm-hmm. You see what he gives you. But the trade deadline is pretty close.
I honestly think your Cowboys and my Vikings are kind of similar. Mm-hmm. I think we got a lot of big contracts.
Big names.
Because it was like we're in our window or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then come to find out this year, neither one of us are in the window.
Right.
And now they're like, what are we doing with all these big contracts?
Trying to ship everybody off.
Yeah. So
So I guess that's kind of all I have about the Cowboys. Is just I feel like we're so talented, but we're just not gelling and putting it together. On the flip side, though, anything on the football team that you guys want to say? I mean,
look, you got a Ann commented. I'm coming for you, Jordan.
Oh,
hey.
Not this week. No.
That's funny. On the flip side, the football team.
They are the football team?
Yep, they are the football team this year.
One game away from taking the division.
They may keep that name, too.
Yeah, that's
kind of shocking.
Yeah, it's... You can't...
God, call them something else.
You got a whole year plus the off season to figure something out, man. Come on.
There's only so many words.
Right. Well, they won 25-3. I mean, I don't have...
That's the biggest.
Yeah, anything else to say about it? They won 25-3, and they're right in the mix of the NFC East.
I mean, the biggest thing, I don't understand how you guys didn't score a touchdown. Mm-hmm. Even with you have enough weapons on offense to start whipping it.
That's what I'm getting at about my Cowboys. I just don't understand it.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the next one then. The 4-2 Bills at the 0-6 Jets. Big shocker here. The Bills won 18-10.
Hey, the Jets put up 10 points.
Yeah, really big shocker. The Jets.
They still haven't went over that. Jeez, there for a minute I thought they were going to win.
Right.
Because they were up like 10-0 or something. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And they didn't put up any more points after that.
That brings the Bills to 5-2, and it drops the Jets to 0-7. The Bills kind of are who we thought they were. I'll say, they're 5-2. They're right in the mix.
They have been beat by some good teams.
Right.
So when they play the bigger teams, they tend to lose.
They seem to be the team that they can beat the beatables, but they lose to the really good teams. So they rise to 5-2. Nothing but good things to say about them. Yeah. On the Jets side of things, they dropped to 0-7. I think they're the only winless team in the league currently. And they only have one winnable game. I mean, there's always that off chance that they just like this game. They were up.
Yeah, the rest of their schedule looks brutal.
Pretty hard.
But there's one game that I see. Maybe Miami. They play the Patriots twice. Mm-hmm. Maybe with a big question mark on that they could, because the Patriots haven't looked good in the last couple of weeks. So I'm giving a maybe to maybe beat the Patriots, maybe beat the Dolphins. Then they play the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers. They're not going to win against those teams, but they've got like 1 or 2 games that they can win.
I'm shocked Adam Gase still has a job, but if they want that number 1 pick, they may just say, "Hey, we're going to write him out because we want to keep losing."
Now there is.
Here's some news about Trevor Lawrence.
Bad news. So they're 0-7
now. Yep.
Trevor Lawrence has came out and said that he's not specifically sure if he's going to enter the draft.
And it's because he's not going to say it.
There's a lot
of
factors.
It's because if the Jets get that number 1 pick, he knows he's the number 1 pick. He said, "I'll play another year at college and see if there's another team in the mix next year."
If you're him, do you just straight come out and say, "I don't want to play for you"?
But hell, at this point,
there have been players that have done that.
At this point, they may have the number 1 pick next year.
Right.
I mean, who?
So yeah. I mean,
the only thing
the only thing that I would say against him, playing 1 more year in college is you got a chance to go to the NFL. I don't give a shit if it's for the Jets. You can just sign the rookie deal, play your 4 years, and then leave in 4 years. But you make the NFL, even if it is on the Jets, you're an instant millionaire. I don't know how the college thing. I know they're going to start letting him make money, but he ain't going to make the kind of money that he would make going to the NFL.
Or you go there and just tell them when your contract's coming up. Be like, I'm not going to resign here.
Exactly.
You might as well trade me.
I would say just go to the NFL just to get some time in, get your foot in the door.
But there's so many quarterbacks that were highly sought after that went number 1 that just didn't do anything. But it's because they went to bad situations.
Right, Ryan Leaf, Jamarcus Russell.
So obviously, Lawrence is looking. There's not really a line. You have maybe a franchise left tackle they drafted. That's bad, the Jets, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he wants to go there, but he may not have a choice because what if they suck again next year, too, which they probably will.
Secrets. I cannot get the secrets.
But, my thing is just the first thing is you go to the NFL, you're going to become an instant millionaire at a young age. The second thing is if he goes back to college, what if a nasty injury happens? No. He snaps a femur bone.
I'm not a Jet.
You know what I mean? Like, if something really bad happens.
Such a Jets thing to happen.
Now, this is what I could see happen.
It could derail not only his college career, but it could derail anything in the NFL, potentially his entire life.
Now, the way the Jets are operated, they'll keep Gase, and then Lawrence will come out, and they won't take Lawrence. They'll take Justin Fields.
Or something odd, right?
Way down the line.
But I don't know. That's all I really have about the Jets. They're terrible this year. I don't see them winning more than 2 games.
We talked.
Maybe 1.
I don't see them winning a game.
You said that about the Jaguars.
Yeah, but I mean the Jets are bad.
It's just I just have that feeling that there's going to be one.
The Jaguars have put up over 10 points.
Right? No, I agree. But there's always that one game that things gel.
You know, with the Jets, that we haven't really seen their kicker a whole lot.
Seen their punter quite a bit.
I guess that's all we have for them. We'll move on to the next one. The 3-3 Panthers at the 3-2 Saints. The Saints won this one in a tight fashion, 27-24. Brings the Saints up to 4-2. It drops the Panthers down to 3-4.
Kind of whatever. I mean, kind of what I figured.
Right.
I mean, Saints are a better team, but Panthers are
they're
right in the middle there. Yeah,
they're growing.
They may go like 8-8, or you know what I mean.
They'll still have a better record than the NFC East.
Right. Oh yeah.
Not much to say about that, except there's rumors that Michael Thomas
for the Saints
might be available
depending on the trade asking price.
Right.
There's a lot going on there that we don't know about.
There's more going on, I think, than what they're actually. I don't really think he's injured. I think because what he was getting in fights.
I think there's other things going on.
Probably benched him.
But now, if you're him, like, what do you do? You're playing with Drew Brees. You want to go play in Tampa? Hell, trade him to the Jets.
Yeah,
that's where everybody should go. If like you're being an asshole, it's like, hey, you're going to the Jets. Maybe by then they'll have a good team, though.
They'll have probably the highest list of retirees.
Like you said, Panthers 3-4, Saints 4-2. It's about where we gauged both teams to be at this point.
No.
So on to the next one, a team that you do not like.
No, I do not.
4-1 Packers at the 1-5 Texans. The Packers dominated this game through and through. They won 35-20.
Tell you what, Fantasyland.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams was a man among men.
Whew. The Packers rise to 5-1. The Texans fall to 1-6. Texans are looking not as bad as the Jets, but they're looking pretty rough.
Yeah.
On the AFC side of the things, while the Packers are leading the NFC North.
Yeah.
And they've pretty much got a handle on the North right now.
You could put the Jets and the Texans roster together, and you'd have all Texan players.
Yeah.
The Jetsons. Meet the Jetsons.
So what? I mean, like you said, fantasy-wise, Adams went off. Packers put 35 points on the board. Anything else you had to say about the Packers?
Not really. I mean, it's a game they should have won.
Right, and they did.
I mean, the biggest thing Texans need help.
Yeah. Deshaun can't do everything himself. So
we've reiterated that week after week. The Texans they need an O-line.
The shocking thing about the Texans is it came out before the game that they're rumored to be shopping their wide receivers.
Will Fuller.
Yep.
Why would you get rid of your wide receivers?
What
else does Deshaun have to do?
Right.
Who's he going to throw to?
You might as well just put Deshaun on the bench and just...
They might as well just trade Deshaun.
Yeah, they might as well trade him.
Trade him to the Jets.
Yeah.
We're going to build a super team with the Jets.
I guess we're moving on from that one. Then there's not much else to say.
Yeah.
Texans need help. Packers look good. The 4-2 Browns at the 1-4-1 Bengals.
This was a good game.
Burrow.
The Browns did win 37-34.
Last second touchdown
Baker
Mayfield.
It puts the Browns at 5-2. They're right in the thick of things in your division. And the Bengals are 1-5-1.
Mm-hmm.
But Burrow does look good.
Yes. The positive about the Bengals is that Burrow has the mindset. They haven't
manpower.
They haven't put it down as wins yet. They haven't created that gel. But Burrow has that winning mindset. And I remember this is the Bengals team that was trash last year.
Yeah.
And I can feel, you can feel and see the change.
Feel it.
I can feel Andy Dalton's gone. Andy Dalton's
you know what I'm saying, though. Like, you can see the change. You can see the mindset.
Yeah.
That the Bengals are going to start turning it around very soon.
These are the Bengals. Hey, at least they got a name.
Yeah. They do.
Cincinnati team.
The Browns side, some bad news for them. Odell Beckham got hurt.
ACL.
Tore his ACL. He's out for the year.
That really sucks, but he wasn't doing much. He hasn't done much the last year.
Here's my thing, and I don't know if anybody's going to agree with me or not.
No.
Baker Mayfield played better when he was out of the game.
Very odd.
I've noticed that when he's not in there playing, it seems like they play better together, and I don't know if it's because Baker's forcing the ball to him.
Yeah, he feels he's got to get it.
So when he's not in the game, he's free to just go to whoever's open. You know what I'm saying? I see that. Mm-hmm. I think they should have traded him a while back.
Should have
got something out of him because I don't know what it is, but I think it just puts. I don't know if it's putting pressure on Baker because I got to get this guy the ball. I got to get this guy the ball, but it's just not working, and it hasn't worked since he's been there. Mm-hmm. You're talking about like one of the best receivers in the whole league, and he doesn't even put up really any numbers anymore.
Yeah, he was a beast as a giant.
I mean, Jarvis Landry is the number one option, really.
Right now. So
then, if you look at it, Njoku's still available.
Mm-hmm.
He played pretty good in the game.
Now, do you think he's going to get...
Hooper was out.
Do you think Njoku's going to get traded?
I don't know.
Yeah, Hooper was out, and I don't know when he's coming back. I don't know what the injury is with him. But
he had a appendix out.
They've got a good team. I mean, I could see them trading for a receiver here in the next week.
Yeah.
Somebody else, because I think, who's the second option? Rashad Higgins, I think.
Yeah.
Higgins!
Yeah, so.
Good old Higgy.
So I guess moving on from that one.
Well, real quick, Bengals.
What did I say?
John Ross and Carlos Dunlap.
One out.
Dunlap said, what do you want? He needs a 4-bedroom, 3-bath.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I could actually see him going to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They need help on defense for sure.
Then there's the AJ Green saga, which you got rookies out playing you, so I don't know.
They should have traded him last year when they got something out of him.
Yeah.
That was a bad move on their part. Hindsight's 2020.
He's one hammy away. Be out the season.
That's about it with that.
So on to the last Sunday early game. The 2-3 Lions at the 1-5 Falcons.
If anything worse could go wrong with the Falcons, I've never seen a team so worried, so disappointed.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad when the defense is saying touchdown. So Todd Gurley gets to the 1-yard line, and if he just
falls in,
fall out.
He didn't want to score.
Yeah,
he wasn't supposed to score.
1-yard line, they can run the clock out.
Run the clock.
Yeah.
Well, he jumps and lands on the goal line
on accident.
Scores a touchdown, and then Matthew Stafford goes down their last-minute drive and scores a touchdown. Wins the game.
The Lions won 23-22 officially. That was a wild sequence. Like you said, he just falls down. They can kneel it, burn some time, kick the field goal.
And win the game.
They were only losing by 2.
Now, on the good flip side, the Falcons said that they're not trading Matt Ryan and Julio.
Right. The Falcons are now 1-6. One team that is worse than the Cowboys on the NFC. So the Lions are now 3-3. I wouldn't really call them in the thick of it with the NFC North.
They're thick now with Everson Griffin.
Yep. They made a trade with the Cowboys today.
They're one of those teams, the Lions. They beat their wins are kind of against teams that don't have much going.
And they really shouldn't have won this because the Falcons should.
When you're talking about the Lions, you're talking about Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all about the pass.
I think there was a statistic I seen. They said the Falcons had 3 games this season where they had a 99% chance or better to win the game. minute to go in the fourth quarter, and they ended up losing. 3 different. One time is just it's a rarity. 3 times there's something wrong with your defense.
What was the first one was the onside kick.
It was Cowboys.
Nobody knew that it was 10 after 10 yards. You could go for the ball. I can't remember what the second one was.
Yeah, we know where their win came from.
Yeah. Good old 40.
Let's not talk
40
about
points.
But
alrighty, so we got some flexing going on our sheet here.
Yep.
So what we got? So we got the 1-5 Jags versus the 1-4 Chargers. This one, we all got this one.
Right.
Herbie went off.
He's gonna be good, man.
They won 39-29.
We've talked about him. I mean, the future looks bright for them. They're they're one of those teams. You know, they're not going to be winning the West or anything. I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs probably.
But they're looking. They have upward streak.
It's going up.
And the Jags, lots of problems. So we've talked about that too. So.
These are both 1-win teams. The Jags fall to 1-6. The Chargers rise to 2-4,
which is weird because you think with their roster they'd be at 3-3, 4-2.
Right.
And we had another game that was going to be Sunday night, but it got played early Sunday. It was the Buccaneers and the Raiders. 4-2 Buccaneers, 3-2 Raiders. Buccaneers won that one 45-20.
And everybody, you guys were all set. Brady's falling apart.
Well, I mean, when you stack a super team.
Oh, Jesus. Now what we're listening to here. It ain't his fault everybody wants to play with him.
Right.
He's like
Antonio Brown just signed with the Bucs.
Oh, yeah. Give him another.
The Buccaneers are now 5-2. The Raiders fall to 3-3. I'm sorry about your Raiders, man. They have that potential, but they just can't seem to.
Well, like we said earlier, they did beat the Chiefs, but that's a divisional game. You always play divisional games, but they seem to beat the teams that are kind of not the greatest, and then they struggle with the really good.
They're about an 8-8 team.
They may make the playoffs as a wild card, but we'll see.
Now, what do you guys think about Bruce Arians' comments about Antonio Brown?
It's
Does it make him a hypocrite saying that we will not sign Antonio Brown?
Kind of.
Yeah, he said that in March, and then they turned around and signed him now. But the comments that he said was he's going to have to be a team player, and the contract that he signed is a $1 million base salary, and it's got $1.5 million in incentives.
I think one was 45 catches.
45 catches, 6 touchdowns, 600 yards receiving. There's very specifics written in. Super Bowl. I don't know why they would.
No cold feet.
A Super Bowl is
Is there anything in there about frozen feet?
Yeah, a Super Bowl is a team accomplishment, so I don't know why they would put that in there.
Now everybody's talking about how Brady looks in the Bucs uniform. We want to see what Antonio helmet looks like.
Right. Buccaneers are 5-2 though. They're right there in the South.
No.
I can see them. It's a very real possibility that they could take the South this year away from the Saints.
Now, kind of going into this, do you think it's going to turn into does Brady need Belichick, or is it the other way around?
That's what I was getting ready to ask.
Belichick's
because
we'll talk about that in a minute.
The next game that we're going to talk about is the Patriots game.
Let's talk about the next game. Yeah.
We'll just go on into that one then. The 3-3 49ers at the 2-3 Patriots. The 49ers won 33-6.
Hey, I want to say something real quick. This is the first time the Jets have scored more points than the Patriots.
Yeah.
They would have won that game.
Yeah.
49ers are now 4-3. The Patriots are now 2-4. Going back to your question that you just asked, Brady has the Bucs at 5-2. I do feel the Bucs are a better team. Just through and through, all the way throughout the roster, they are a better team.
But yeah, because if those players were playing with Belichick and the Patriots, I think they'd still be dominating.
Right. They'd still be 5-2.
I know you don't think this, but I think there is signs that Brady's not as good as he was.
Right.
He's got a lot around him. He's got a lot of playmakers.
But that's what he needs. Yeah, I know. That's what he needs at this point in his career, though. He can't do it all anymore. So.
Now, do you think kind of going with Brady with the Patriots, do you think now you're starting to see that more of with Washington Seattle and Russell Wilson, where you got a quarterback that's constantly bailing out a team. Because it seems like what Brady did a lot of times was fourth quarter comeback.
Right.
And now we're starting to see with Wilson on the flip side. But I think New England has always had a more competitive defense than what Seattle has recently.
Right.
Here's something. Do you think Belichick would leave the Patriots?
And go with the Buccaneers?
No, I mean, no. I mean, just leave and go somewhere else. Because to be honest with you, him and Robert Kraft, I don't think have always seen eye to eye.
Right.
Robert Kraft always sided with Brady about everything. You know what I mean? Belichick wanted to get rid of him earlier, and they were like, no.
Now, I know kind of just what if, getting away from this, what if the Patriots would have let Brady go and kept Jimmy G? You would have still probably had a hell of a lot more around.
Right.
Probably.
Where
it's all hindsight, though.
Where would Belichick go out everywhere?
Right. Oh, I don't know. He would take the best opportunity available, but what's available? That's the thing. All the teams that are real good right now, Steelers, Titans, Ravens, are any of them teams going to give up their current head coaches to go after Belichick? I don't know. I don't think they would. I would hope they wouldn't, because then you look like you're disloyal at that point.
Here's a question, though. I mean, really, who would need him? I mean,
right. That's what I'm saying.
Like
every team that's good already kind of has their coach and has their stuff in place.
I got it.
Cowboys,
the Jets.
Oh yeah, the 0-7 Jets. But with that being said, though, I mean, the Patriots are 2-4. Brady has the Bucs at 5-2. Was it Brady, or is Brady just on a better team? And Belichick was kind of handed this team. A lot of players opted out because of COVID.
Brady's good, but look at the team he's on right now.
That's what I'm getting at. Is they're 5-2, but it's a team accomplishment.
But now, if you go back towards beforehand, he had Edelman, Wes Welker.
Right.
Really, he never really had that. What he's got now.
No.
Not even one of those, really. No. He had an old aging Randy Moss. I mean, Deion Branch. The biggest thing he had was Gronk.
No, and he's there.
But is this showing that Belichick isn't really the coach, or like you said, is it just because it's a garbage team? Because you'd think
the team's not very good.
You'd think a really super good coach though would be able to overcome some of these flaws and still get through.
There's a lot of, but see, Belichick's a defensive guy,
right?
And you got so many guys that opted out. That defense isn't going to be good.
It's not 100%.
And then your quarterback's gone, so then you bring Newton in, and Newton's kind of
3
struggling
interceptions
a little bit here.
Game,
so
yeah,
I think too. I hate saying this, but with Belichick, I think you're starting to see the point where he's an old school coach, and it seems like that's not working anymore.
Yeah, and that's true as well.
Now, honestly, I think if he wasn't the coach of the Patriots, I think he'd probably retire.
Yeah.
Or what else? He really got to prove.
Or go with the defensive coordinator's position somewhere else.
You never know what's in store for him.
I mean, hell, he could end up going back to Cleveland.
Yeah, they've got a roster there now. It's not like the Cleveland he coached before.
No. On the flip side, you got the 49ers at 4-3 now.
Are they for real?
This guy was a little upset.
Oh, I was upset. Fantasy-wise, oh my God. McKinnon, where you at, man?
And then
they're like, oh, he's going to be the starter this week. Didn't even play.
Third string running back goes off, and then he ends up getting hurt.
So are the 49ers back? Or are they two still decimated with injuries?
They're back and forth.
They're back and forth. Consistency again.
They're not consistent this year at all. They look different every game.
Right.
I've seen them get the shit beat out of them, and then the next week it's like it doesn't make any sense. I don't know which team's showing up every week.
Right.
So
this is kind of a guessing game. On to the last Sunday late game. The 5-1 Chiefs at the 2-3 Broncos. Ooh, shocker here. Yeah. The Chiefs won 43-16. The Chiefs are now 6-1. The Broncos fall to 2-4.
Broncos didn't look very good.
Yeah, Broncos didn't look good. We kind of guessed, Chiefs would be good. Broncos wouldn't be good.
I want to add something. The Broncos scored more points than the Jets by 6.
You keep pointing that out, man. The Jets just can't score. The coolest thing about this game to me was it was snowing.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else noticed that, but yeah, it was snowing out there. I don't know if that was the first snow of the year up there, but Indiana hasn't really had any snow yet. No. So
can you imagine having Gase went snowing?
Right, but it was snowing up there, so yeah, that was fun.
Not much to say about that game. Well, pretty obvious who won.
Chiefs won 43-16.
Actually, it was the debate of Le'Veon Bell.
No.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah. So what happened with Le'Veon Bell?
It was just a debate.
Oh, just a debate.
Just a debate.
Yeah. Debate.
Actually, a cool thing came out, which is kind of odd coming from Le'Veon Bell. Supposedly, he made a phone call to the rookie. What's that, Clyde?
Clyde Edwards. Player.
And asked him if it was okay if Bell came in.
Oh.
Seeing if he was okay, with Bell coming in to split touches and everything, I guess. He said he was all right with it.
But when you're a rookie, I mean...
Yeah, what are you going to say? Hold my jockstrap, bitch.
Yeah, right. So I guess that's it for really that game. And then we have our Sunday night football game.
Which got flexed in.
Got flexed in. The Buccaneers at Raiders they got flexed out, which was a good thing because that game was a 45-20 blowout. The 5-0 Seahawks at the 4-2 Cardinals.
This was a game.
The Cardinals took this in overtime, 37-34. Like you said, it was a game.
Battle of the midgets.
Yep. The Seahawks did lose. They dropped to 5-1. The Cardinals rise to 5-2. So, what do you guys have for the Seahawks?
DK Metcalf is fast.
Oh gosh, yeah. They said he was going, 20-some miles an hour?
It was 22, over 22 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Can you imagine Buda Baker? Oh, my God. We need to see a race between him and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, yeah. I mean, Seahawks, one of those teams, offensively, they're amazing. Their defense is horrible.
Yep.
All these games, all these other teams are putting up 30 points on them or something, it seems like. So
I think it was Jordan that was saying that the Seahawks defense is on par to be as bad as...
I said that.
Oh, you said that. Mm-hmm. As bad as Dallas is, statistically, point-wise, but yet they're 5-1. That is, Russell Wilson is carrying that team by the offense. You cannot live like that. That's what you're saying. No. You can't live like that. You're saying the Brady thing. Fourth quarter comeback. It's not. You're living and dying.
It's too much to put on somebody's plate. You know what I mean?
You're living and dying with Russell Wilson right now.
That's why if the Seahawks were smart, they'd make some trades here at the deadline.
Get some defensive
guys. Get some defensive players in there.
Well, even that. I mean, you're kind of... And going back to going with Dallas, that's the difference between Wilson and Dak. I don't know why, but Wilson seems to be able... He can get him out.
To just win.
Yeah.
Right.
He always finds that open guy.
Mm-hmm. On the flip side, the Cardinals are now 5-2.
They're looking good.
They've got the win in overtime. They're starting to gel. Like you said, they look good. Kyler Murray looks like the real deal. He's got that modern hybrid where he can throw it or he can bootleg it if it's not there. And that's what the league is turning to. Russell Wilson, Murray now. Lamar is a little more legs than arm, but Lamar's arm is coming along. God. It's coming along.
I got an idea.
Buda Baker looks like a beast on defense, too.
Yeah, he's slow.
And hell, I've even said it about Aaron Rodgers. You watch Aaron Rodgers. He's not the fastest. He's not the Lamar.
It's a white boy run.
But if there's yardage between him and the linebacker, and his receivers are covered, he'll go get the 5, 6, 7 yards, slide, just go get the yards.
Hold on, Andy Reid, I gotta get a cheeseburger.
But you know what I'm saying, though, is you have to have some mobility or some vision to go get the first down. If you only need 3 yards, go get the first and slide.
I got a weird one-off. It's gonna be out there.
Just personal, or
no, not personal. We don't need to talk about that.
Okay, weird one-off.
What if Dallas signed Tim Tebow?
What? It's a weird-ass question.
Yeah,
Mobile quarterbacks.
He's not coming in.
Why not? He ain't playing baseball anymore.
He's not coming in.
Come on now.
I just think he's been out of the league too long. If he was still in the league started turning to what he was. He was a mobile quarterback.
He's a
hybrid quarterback before it got popular.
He was Urban Meyer's first guinea pig.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at all the other
and now that's just what the league is going towards.
Yeah.
But with that being said, Seahawks are 5-1, Cardinals are 5-2. They're both in the same division.
Yeah.
So they're neck and neck. The Cardinals knocked the Seahawks down one game.
Wilson and Murray were like knee to knee.
Right. But I don't know. There's nothing but good things to say about both teams. So, and then the Monday night game. Moving on to the Monday night game. The 5-1 Bears at the 4-2 Rams.
The Bears are who I thought they were. They played a good team.
Yep.
And they got beat.
The Rams won 24-10.
So what happened?
And the Bears' touchdown was actually a defensive touchdown. It was a fumble recovery for the touchdown. So the offense only legitimately scored
a field goal. Foles did not look
turned into Booger McFarland.
And Aaron Donald was getting after him too. So I mean, it was.
So
turned into Booger McFarland. The Jets and the Bears both scored 10 points this week.
Yeah,
I think this Bears thing is an illusion. I'm telling you, these teams, every game they've won, it's against teams that are like,
right.
I've seen a lot of things saying that fans want Trubisky back.
Oh, jeez. But with that being said, the Bears dropped to 5-2. The Rams rise to 5-2. So now the Packers have complete control of that division.
Wow.
And like you said, the Bears kind of are who we kind of guessed. They're beating the beatable teams, but they're struggling against the good.
Their defense is good, but their offense still has problems.
They need a quarterback.
They got who's the running back?
Montgomery.
He's not doing so well.
Little man Cohen's hurt,
and you got Allen Robinson, and that's about it.
Jimmy Graham.
So
the corpse of Jimmy Graham.
Yeah. On the flip side, the Rams are 5-2. Now that division, you got Seattle at 5-1, the Cardinals at 5-2, the Rams at 5-2, and the 49ers at 4-3. That is a hell of a division.
I think you're going to see 3 teams out of that one, possibly.
Yeah, that's going to be a division that you see some playoff teams coming out of.
So.
But I think that's all we really have, unless you have any more about the Rams and the Bears.
That's all we got. Going into our pick'ems, I got 8-6 for week 7. That puts me at 63-42. So I think I'm in third.
I went 8-6 as well, so I kind of matched you there.
Touch for touch.
Yeah. I'm in second place overall at 67 wins and 38 losses. Hey, we're all above 500 at least.
Well, we're going to have to start picking some odd ones.
Right, and we have been the last couple weeks.
I went 9-5. My total 71-34.
Damn, only 34 losses, dude.
Killing it if this was fantasy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we'll go into our Week 8 pick'ems.
So going into Week 8, we got the football team.
You're talking about the bye week. Okay,
Cardinals, Jaguars, and the Texans are all on a bye week this week.
Okay.
So it'd be interesting to see what happens with the football team this week.
Yeah.
They can't win this week.
They can't win this week.
I got a prediction for this week.
Okay.
The Jets score more points than the football team, Cardinals, Jaguars, and Texans.
Yeah. Unless they score 0. Anyways, we'll go into it. The Thursday night game is the 1-6 Falcons. Is the 1-6 Falcons at the 3-4 Panthers?
I'm gonna go with Panthers.
Yep, I'm going Panthers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Panthers too. The Falcons had that one win, but they've just had some bad losses. I don't think the Falcons get it done.
Nah, it's amazing to see what could happen.
Now this next game,
Sunday
early game, we got the 6-0 Steelers taking on the 5-1 Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens. I think that they're going to give Steelers the first loss.
I'm going with the Ravens as well. I was seeing some people talk about the 6-0 Steelers. They were asking, can the Steelers go 16-0?
No.
I don't think so, because they play the Ravens twice. Yeah. And regardless, they could go 15-1. But you're not beating the Ravens twice. Well, you might beat them, go 1-1 against them. I do not see them going undefeated.
Well, I think too.
I think this is their first loss.
Probably. I think too. It's kind of the same thing you were kind of saying with division.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens, Steelers, either one of them. I could see either one of them losing to the Bengals or the Browns. At least once.
Honestly, just because it's interdivisional. No. The Raiders beat the Chiefs. No. It happens.
No.
Big thing was, I guess, we'll go with the Ravens. Signed Des Bryant to their practice squad.
And I hope all the best for him. He was a Dallas Cowboy for some years there. I hope he comes there on the practice team. I hope he makes the real team, and I hope he.
I think they intend
produces
on it.
for you.
I think they're kind of seeing what he's got.
Right.
You know, could he be in there by the playoffs?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I expect him to be in probably within 2 to 3 weeks.
I was kind of looking at it earlier. Des Bryant's only 31 years old, and a guy that still produces and has produced the last couple of years. He's a little off this year.
He got hurt last year.
But Larry Fitzgerald is 37.
Yeah.
Larry Fitz is 37, still in the league. So you're not going to tell me that a 31-year-old can't come back into the league after a year off and still produce. I'm not going to say he's going to dominate, but he would complement Hollywood Brown, is what I'm saying. He could be that 3 receiver and go up against the third-string defensive back. So then you got a healthy Des Bryant against a third DB.
I think the thing with that is that he's going to be a Raekwon Bolton, Steve Smith, you know, can make the big contested catch, and you know doesn't have the breakaway speed anymore.
Exactly, and that's all. I'm just saying, produce. He can come in and still be effective. Right. I'm not saying he's going to be the number 1, but he will come in and still help you guys if you can get him onto the team.
And then going with, we made a trade with somebody's Vikings. Traded a 5th round pick for Yannick.
A 3rd and a 5th.
Oh, I'm not talking about 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd and a 5th.
Sounds better with a
That's going to help you guys out on defense, though. You guys haven't been the best on defense.
Pass rush.
I will say with Yannick, his big flaw is he can't guard the run. He's just a pass rusher.
Right.
He gets a quarterback. He just gets a quarterback.
That's what we lack on it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good move.
Big knock.
And especially he had this whole bye week to kind of learn the defense.
Right.
Hopefully at least
I think it's a good move as well. And like you said, as far as defensive stuff goes, he's a rusher. No. So what is there? I mean, playbook wise to really know except
you just got to know to
rush the quarterback inside out, right?
And that puts him back with Calais. Good old Jaguars.
He already had 5 sacks with the Vikings since he's been there.
So yeah, I think the Ravens will pull this one out.
Yeah, I do too.
Going to the next one, we got the 5-2 Rams and the 3-3 Dolphins. But there's the big key with the Dolphins. They
Fitzpatrick
benched Ryan Fitzpatrick
after he won them a couple games in a row,
and then he's I think 2nd or 3rd passing yards for Tua.
Yeah, I'll go first with this one. I'm going with the Rams just because the Rams just beat the Bears.
Well, I'm going Rams too because this is Tua's first game,
right?
And I just
would say that next.
And he's going up against Aaron Donald.
Right, it's Tua's first game against.
You're thinking about going Dolphins, aren't you?
So
far we've picked all the same teams.
You know, the only reason that I would say the Dolphins is because for some reason these rookies are coming in here and they're lighting it up.
It is, but I think he's gonna have to get a couple games under his belt. I mean, unless he's playing the Jets, but
right. And the Jets
and they will play. Yeah, they will play. That'll be his first win.
We're waiting on him before we go on.
You want to go with Tua?
Fuck it, I'm going Tua.
Oh shit!
I'm going Dolphins.
All right. We're gonna skip the next one.
Remember how you said unless they score 0 points?
Yeah,
they might. We got the 0-7 Jets taking on the 6-1 Chiefs.
Chiefs. I'm not even taking a double look.
I don't think they're gonna put 10 points.
You know what?
Oh God, don't pick the Jets.
I could go with the Chiefs.
Jeez.
Oh, you scared me there, bud. I thought you was going insane there.
Next one, we got the 1-5 Vikings and the 5-1 Packers.
It pains me to do this, but the Packers are going to win.
Yeah, I'm going the Packers as well.
My Vikings are rebuilding right now, so
and they're getting rid of pieces. They're putting a bunch of people on the trade block. I think the Vikings are, like you said,
they're going to win some games, but I don't think this is
going with because we weren't able to talk about it last week. Now, what do you think about the Vikings making certain players up for trade?
I think it's a good idea. Certain players, I mean, Riley Reef, your aging left tackle that's playing pretty good. I think it's a good idea to get rid of him. You got to shed some cap. Kyle Rudolph, Anthony Harris. There's some rumors like Harrison Smith, which I'm not too crazy about. But with his age, I get it. I mean, he's been so loyal to you. He's one of the best safeties in the league. And if you could give him, like, Kansas City, he could go win a ring, play for a couple more years. I don't know. It's like a win-win, I guess, for both. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's one of those things, I think, when, like, for your team, you want to see certain players that have been loyal get a ring, even if it means shipping them out. Like Fitzgerald, he's been through the ups and the downs.
Like, I wouldn't want to trade him somewhere like the Jets. I mean,
right,
you know
right.
What I mean?
You'd want him to go to a contender.
Yeah. So, I mean, would that happen? I don't know. Adam Thielen was another name that people are talking about.
Here's
He's
one.
30, I think.
This throws out there. We kind of talked about it off camera. What about Danielle Hunter?
I wouldn't trade Hunter.
Yeah. I know he's going to be coming back from an injury.
There's a rumor that says he wants
max
an
money.
upgrade. But see, that's the thing with him. I mean, we just signed him to an extension a couple of years ago.
The only reason that I bring it up is because you guys are kind of, I would say, with the Oakland Raiders, the Khalil Mack situation. One guy can't make the whole defense.
Right. That's true.
Especially if you're going to start gutting it out. You know, you move Kendricks, Barr, Smith, Harris.
Kendricks, I don't think they'll move.
Now,
Barr's hurt, or else I think they would have traded Barr.
Now, if that's something where a team would offer you 2 first-round picks or a first and a second, do you take it?
Yeah,
kind of like
at that point,
that's tough not to do.
I don't know if they would offer 2 firsts, though. Maybe a first and a second.
I would much rather keep some of these younger players and get rid of the aging guys. You know what I mean? That are still good, that could produce. Like Kyle Rudolph, I could see him going to the Patriots or somewhere like that, or Anthony Harris going to the Browns. You know,
hell, the Cowboys need a tight end.
Yeah, or Riley Reif. I mean, left tackle. The Titans need a left tackle now, and we saw that in this game. They just played.
Right.
Titans were struggling at offensive line. So
now, if you guys traded Hunter, I could see maybe Seattle. But my thing is, would you trade it? I wouldn't trade him to a team like that because you know you're going to be getting a late first round pick.
I don't think you're trading Hunter right now anyway because he's hurt.
Well, yeah, this will probably be an offseason because he's going to have to pass physicals and vice versa.
I do think there's going to be some trades made, and I wish Zimmer would get the axe, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But I think Cousins is going to. I mean, if you're going to get rid of Cousins, you're going to have to eat some cap, but you got to do it before March 3rd? Because if you wait after that, his guaranteed money is nuts, and then you're stuck with him probably for the next couple of years. So it's either you do it now, or you got to live with it.
I feel like you guys are in the point right now too with how much his salary is. You're trying to cut money everywhere else to try bringing different pieces in.
I think the biggest mistake was winning that Saints game in the playoffs. If they would have lost that game, there's a lot of rumors that said they wouldn't have extended Zimmer, they wouldn't have extended Cousins, but they won that game, so it gave the owners the thought, oh man, this is our window, we're a contender, we were almost there.
I mean, you go from that close to the Super Bowl to now you're a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
It's just very weird.
Yeah.
And you guys, you guys have the same roster.
Offensively, it's the same. I mean, we lost Diggs, but Jefferson's killing it, so...
Yeah. So really, I mean, it was kind of a lateral move there.
The defense fell apart. Opt-outs and injuries.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Now, if Danielle was healthy, Michael Pierce didn't opt out, and then if you guys would have kept
Yannick,
that would have been...
I think it would have been a scary defense, but that's not how it is.
That would have helped out.
Next year, I think next year the defense will be a lot better. Because those guys will be back. So, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, the Packers are going to win this game.
Yeah.
Next one.
The 4-2 Colts at the 3-3 Lions.
I have a feeling this one could go either way.
I was going to say, this game right here is kind of one of those that it's going to be hard to pick.
I think it could go either way. It depends on how the quarterback play.
I'm going to go with the Colts, I guess, just because I'm kind of a Colts fan.
I'm going to go Lions, just to switch it up.
Yeah, just switch it up.
Because I think it's a coin flip.
Yeah, it is.
Next one, we got the 3-3 Raiders and the 5-2 Browns.
Oh man, these teams are kind of similar to me. They're decent against, but once they.
I'm gonna go Browns. It is at Cleveland, but like you said, coin flip. I could see the Raiders winning this. I'm just going Browns just because I kind of feel the Browns are finally
they're gelling
here. They're finally winning games.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. Like you said earlier, Odell's not gonna be there. I think Baker will have a better game.
As odd as that sounds.
Which is weird, knowing one of your playmakers isn't on the field. And, I mean, really, if you're like Kevin Stefanski, that should be an indicator you don't need him.
Yeah,
right.
I don't think they do.
Who are you going?
Oh, this is tough because I think it's going to go. I could go either way here.
I'm the same way, Blue.
I'm going to go. Well, I'm going to go Browns.
Browns. All right, I can see that. The next game is the 5-1 Titans at the 5-1 Bengals.
Do you know?
I don't really know if I can take the Bengals in this.
I have a weird feeling though. You're gonna see. I think Burrow's gonna have a good game.
I have a weird feeling too.
I'm going Titans.
I gotta go Titans. I just feel that the Titans just came off a loss. They're gonna come out with a winning mindset. Burrow's just not there yet.
I gotta go with the Titans, and I think Burrow's there. I just think it's gonna come down to the supporting cast,
right?
Especially on the defense. I don't think they're gonna be able to stop Derrick Henry.
No.
Next one, we got the 2-4 Patriots and the 5-2 Bills. This is around out the early Sunday game.
I'm going Bills.
Man, I've taken the Patriots the last couple times. I gotta go Bills. I've lost faith because I really thought the Patriots was gonna be better than what they were. I gotta go Bills.
I'm gonna go Bills.
Until the Patriots prove me wrong. And watch, this will be the week they fucking do.
Going into, we got the Sunday late games. We got the 2-4 Chargers and the 2-4 Broncos.
I don't know about a coin flip, but...
I'm going Chargers because I think Herbert...
I think Baby Huey's going to get it.
No.
I got to go Chargers, too. I just don't know if I can believe the Broncos right now.
Going into the next one, we got the 4-3 Niners and the 5-1 Seahawks.
This one...
To me... I think it would be a different story if the 49ers were fully healthy at running back.
Right.
That's true.
I'm going Seahawks. Yeah. Russell Wilson coming off of a tough overtime loss. I think he's out to win.
Next one, we got the 4-2 Saints and the 5-2 Bears.
You know what? I'm going Saints.
I'm going Saints, too.
You guys don't think Foles can do it?
No. I lost belief in the Bears last night.
So. They're playing a good team, so... But this next one here...
2-5 Cowboys and the 2-4-1 Eagles. So pretty much we got 2-5.
I ride or die Cowboys, but I got to be logical.
You're on the third string quarterback.
Third string quarterback. The defense has played terrible. I got to go Eagles.
I got to go Eagles.
Now, if Dalton suits up, would it change your mind? Now it's looking like he's probably not going to.
It's too. Even if he does suit up, we've lost to fucking Washington, man. So
the
football team. I'm losing faith every week in my Cowboys. I ride or die Cowboys, and obviously I hope I'm wrong, but my logic tells me that the Eagles are going to win this game.
What it's going to come down to is Wentz is the experienced quarterback.
Right.
I'm going to go with the Eagles. Then we got the Monday night header. Got the 5-2 Bucks and the 1-6 Giants. Now the real question:
this was supposed to be a good game on paper preseason, but
is Eli Manning the quarterback?
I got to go Buccaneers. And I had to say this. We didn't really choose many different games this week.
I think the only one that was different was the Lions and Colts game.
And the Rams-Dolphins.
And the Rams-Dolphins.
You want to add a little more excitement to this?
What?
Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick the score of 2 games. The Chiefs and the Jets and the Buccaneers and the Giants to see who's got the worst score out of those 2. How many points is New York going to put up?
Jets or Jets? You're talking Jets or Jets?
Both of them. Hell, we could go combined.
I think the Giants will put up 10 points.
58 to...
And I think the
13. 58.
I think the Jets will get a field goal.
That's what I'm saying. 58 to 13.
I can show that franchise kicker off.
We're gonna do combined score. Or
I do Jets. Let's do it separate.
Okay, so
we're guessing how much the Jets and the Giants are gonna put up.
Jets.
I say 10 points for the Giants, and I say a field goal for the Jets.
I'm gonna do.
Now, are we talking? What about we're doing the total score, 35 to 10?
No, just what these 2 teams.
Oh, just horrible. The Jets and the Giants. I'm
gonna go 13 for the Giants. And I'm gonna go. I'll give the Jets a little bit of mercy. I'm gonna go 6.
2 field goals.
I think that kicker.
I'm gonna go.
Kicker will get hot.
I'm gonna go 35 to 3 in that game, and then.
Oh, you're doing the full score.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, okay. You want to do? Well, fuck. We'll do the full score too.
And what is it? The other one, Bucks and Giants. Bucks and Giants, I'm going to say 30-10.
I'm going to go 28-10 Buccaneers. I don't think they're going to, massively throw up a ton of points, but Chiefs, on the other hand.
Yeah, I think the Jets are only going to score 3.
I'm going to go 41-6 for the Chiefs.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go
41.
I'm going to go 31-13 for the Bucks and Giants.
Okay.
Giants 31 points. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think that's all we have this
I'm going to go 31-3.
I don't think there's anything else other than I think we already covered the Cowboys traded Everson Griffin for a 6th-round pick that becomes a 5th round under specific conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So we're an extra 6th-round pick. It never hurts.
Maybe you get a Tom Brady.
But they said, yeah, you never know. But they said that we did that partially to free up Randy Gregory. We're going to bring him, but we're going to start giving him more minutes, I guess.
We'll start guessing how many games he can play.
Yeah, shoot.
Before he gets suspended.
But, anywho.
I think I got a good idea.
What the deal
Next
was.
week, since we're going to be pretty much halfway through the week, or halfway through the season.
Oh, yeah, we will be.
I think we should do our playoff predictions.
Playoff predictions and our mid-season. We should look back at our MVPs.
Yeah.
We'll do that next week, though, and then change them if we want to change them or keep them.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Predict the playoffs and all that good stuff.
Predict the playoffs and then do our mid-season MVP projections.
Well, here's the
MVP, rookie, all that.
Let me look at my phone, see if any news has popped up here.
I was going to say, another one is we could do is could look at kind of the season stat leaders, passing yards.
Yeah, we could look up the top 5 stat leaders. Nothing really.
Not seeing anything really.
Well,
it's been fun, guys.
Something will pop up when we get off here. It usually does.
hey, we got some comments on there. I'm listening for Jordan's secrets.
Good old man.
Talking.
Oh, good old man. Well, guys, it's pretty much all we got. So I'd say keep tuned in to our Facebook. Maybe we'll start posting a little bit of news and stuff. Trades happen. Any kind of NFL news and. That's about it, fellas.
Like our page.
Yeah,
comment.
Subscribe,
We got a YouTube page. These videos go on our YouTube page as well. So
give us a sub. We like it.
So
all right.
Until next week.
See you then.
Bye, everybody.